Welcome back, everybody. My name is Taylor Martin. This is the best Damn EDC, and today I have another video for you. You may recall a couple of months ago, I did a video sizing up all of the Urban EDC Supply Urban Organizers. So there was the Urban Organizer, the Hybrid, and the Mini, and I showed you what fit in all of the pockets. We've got something sort of similar for you today. So they've rolled out a wallet called the Companion Wallet, and there are 3 different versions of it in 3 different colors. I'm here to basically show you what those options are, the different colors, and what fits in each of them. So with all of that said, let's do the damn thing. Here we are with Urban EDC Supply's Urban Companion Wallet. And like I said before, it comes in 3 different versions. You have a 2-slot, a 3-slot, and a 4-slot, and it comes in 3 different colors. You have the English tan, the black, and the nut brown, and those are your options. That gives you a total of 9 different configurations. And it got a little confusing because what is the 2-slot? Because this one has 2 slots on the front and this one has 1. Why is this the 2-slot and this is the 3-slot? And why is this one the 4-slot if they both look the same? I'm here to tell you all about all of these. So first up, they're all the same price. Doesn't matter the configuration or the color, they're all $58. And they all come with about the same quality. While they are different colors, the same quality leather, same stitching, and on the ones that have smaller pockets or smaller slots on the front and back, you have rivets to separate the pockets as well as the stitch line, but you don't have it on this one because, well, it doesn't have the separator in the middle. So when you're looking at these, your length and width on all of them are 4.15 inches tall, 3 inches wide. That's 10.54 centimeters by 7.62 centimeters. And your thickness without anything in them is 0.29 inches or 0.73 centimeters. And your weight is probably gonna vary by configuration, but they're all approximately 36 grams. So that's really all you need to know about the wallets themselves, the actual specs. But let's start with the different versions. Let's start with, obviously, the 2-slot. Honestly, the 2-slot wallet would be more geared towards somebody who doesn't want their gear in their wallet, who probably just wants cards. So you've got this middle pocket. All of them have this middle cash pocket or card pocket. And then on the 2-slot, you have 2 pockets on the outside. So that's what your slots are referring to, your pockets on the outside. So the 2-slot has 2 slots. And then you also have your quick access card pockets here. I don't want to pull my cards out because I don't want to have to mask everything. So I'm going to use this comb to show you basically what I mean. So you can have a credit card here. You can also put cards here, but if you wanted, these pockets are big enough and roomy enough where you can put gear inside. So you could have something like this. This is from Damn EDC, I guess is what it's called. These are available on Urban EDC Supply. It's just a little bottle opener tool. TPT, you could throw this in there as well. This does much better with flat tools. All of them really do, because who wants to sit on a big, thick wallet? Pry bar, so we got a Brassworks pry bar and the Travelers Company pencil. So you could fit quite a bit of gear in here and you've still got room for cards and cash in the center. The thing about using both sides of any of these wallets is that they get thick in a hurry because you're not only adding the thickness of the gear, but it's adding the thickness of the leather on the outside of that. But this is the nut brown version, and that is the darkest of the 2 browns. And this one is honestly, maybe if you've got bigger gear or gear that doesn't fit in these other slots, maybe this would be the one for you. But for me, I prefer to have those tighter form-fitting pockets that I can squeeze something into and have that pocket kind of form to that piece of gear. Whereas with this, these big pockets aren't really gonna form to the gear. They will a little bit over time, but not a ton. I think if you've got different oddly shaped gear that you wanna carry, this one will work better for you. But honestly, I do prefer the tighter, more form-fitting slots on the wallet. This is the 2-slot in nut brown. Next up, if you add 1 slot to the 2-slot, you get 3-slot, and this is the black version, obviously. The difference is you've got this little divider here between the sides of the front pocket on the back. It looks just like the 2-slot, right? No difference on the back, the front. Your difference is you've got a divider that separates it into 2 form-fitting pockets, and those pockets will fit gear pretty much like this. On my right, you have the Fisher Space Pin Bullet. On the left is the James brand Elko in micarta. You could swap out any of these for anything roughly similarly sized. I've got a Titty Oot or a Great Eastern Cutlery slip joint there. And then on the other side, you could fit in the ZFP1 in the Topo design from Zero Feud. How about that? A Best Damn EDC Griffin pocket tool. That'll fit in there too. Yeah, how about that? Also, something that you can fit in here, and I don't really like putting these in here, but I see a lot of people carrying them in their organizers, is small flashlights, little AAA lights. I don't like it because it tends to stretch out the pocket, but if you want to, you can. It gets a little bulky for me when you start putting bigger, rounder gear in there. You can see it pulls up on the side. It's just not what I want in a wallet. Maybe if I were carrying an organizer like this, and it's a little thinner and whatnot, yeah, maybe. But in a leather wallet like this, it pulls up on it, it distorts the leather. I'm not a huge fan carrying thicker things like flashlights, but they do fit. They absolutely fit. And both of these pockets are the same size. So if you want something on one side, not the other, you can do that. Here's just another tool I've got, the spry bar. Fits like a glove, works really well. We got a Polka pin. That's obviously gonna fit because the Fisher Space pin does. But you can go also with a slightly larger pin, like the TI Pocket Pro from Big Idea Design. It's a little taller than the wallet, but it fits pretty well in there. And then finally, we're gonna go with a slightly larger flashlight. I'm gonna show you this because I don't think it fits well, but if you wanted to stretch that leather just a little bit, you could use any larger AAA. So obviously this is much bigger than the i3 EEOS, but I've got Lumen Top tools. I have this Phoenix LD02. If you kind of squeeze it down in there, you can make these larger flashlights fit. Again, I think it bulks it up a little too much, but if that's your style, go for it. So you could carry a card tool on the back here, put your cards there, debit cards, anything quick access. You've got that pocket right there for quick access, but also your cards and cash can fit right in the middle pocket. And I find this configuration just to be the perfect one out of all of them. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I want the two pockets on the front, the larger pocket on the back, because I'm more prone to have something like a comb or more cards. And once you start adding gear on both sides, it just really gets too thick to carry comfortably for me, either in the front pocket or back. I've been carrying this last one in my front pocket all week, and I have no complaints, but it does start to get a little thick, especially for back pocket carry. So there you have it. That is the Urban Organizer 3-slot, and this wallet is the closest to the Urban Organizer Mini that I did a video on several months ago. The difference really is only that your cards are accessed from the side rather than the top. If I were to choose between any of these, I would have to go with the Urban Organizer Mini. I think it's the best configuration. I like the cards in the top. That's my favorite out of all of the ones that they've sent me. But out of the companion wallets, this is my favorite configuration. But the one that I've carried is actually the 4-slot. So this is the Urban Companion Wallet 4-slot in that English tan, the same tan that I had the Urban Mini in. And this one, as you can see, has 4 small slots. 2 on the front, 2 on the back, and then you still have your same card pocket in the middle. The biggest drawback to the 4-slot is that it doesn't have this little quick access pocket. So if you do have cards and cash, you don't have this pocket on this one at all. That's just something to note about the 4-slot. It's the only one that does not have this, I'll call it like a half pocket, because it's really the same pocket, but it's just a quick access to the inside of the wallet. The thing is, you're gonna wanna keep it extra thin. You can see how thick this gets really quickly. I mean, look how thick this is. That is not a thin wallet. I am usually carrying something like a Travax Summit wallet, which is just paper thin, or just, I try to go very, very, very minimal with my wallets. This is not that, but you have the added benefit of carrying all your gear. I mean, that's the whole point to all of this. I think Urban EDC Supply called it maximum minimalism or something like that. Carrying all your gear in one thing that you can just pick up and go with is nice. There is a benefit to it, and I don't mind these. The Card Caddy from Hitch and Timber was one of my favorite wallets of all time. Still is. These are similar to that, but it's a different take, and I do appreciate the different design. This one is gonna hold about the same gear. So I've had the Swiss Army Cadet in here, and I have swapped it out with my Northwoods Little Bay, which I got recently. This one's a little thicker, so I did end up switching back to the Cadet. But the Cadet and this one fit perfectly. Just about any small traditional and a smaller Barlow pattern will fit well. And a pry tool, I've had this one in there, but I've also been carrying the Lynch Northwest All Access Pass 2.0 in there, and it fits really well. And on the back side, I have a Rexford Rut in the Triple Aught Design version, but I think this is a really neat setup. I wouldn't want to go any thicker than this, but if you wanted, you could put a pin in there. So instead of a pry tool, the pins are going to fit just fine. Just like in the 3 slot, the 4 slot is going to hold all the same gear. Your Elko is going to fit just fine. You might want to put a lanyard on there because it does get a little difficult to get out of there. Griffin pocket tool fits, but I've stretched that pocket just a hair, so it's a little loose. You could put it in one of these back pockets that's not been used. The point I'm getting to is that you can fit a flashlight in this one as well, but you're gonna have to stretch that pocket on this, and it gets just too bulky for my taste. You see a trend here. I don't like bulky wallets. And when you add a flashlight to a wallet like this, it doesn't do it for me. This is the 4 slot version of the Urban Companion Wallet in English tan. And this is the one that I decided to carry because I wanted a brown wallet. This is my favorite configuration, but you guys know I'm not a fan of black leather, so this has not been the one that I carry. This is the one I'd carry. So if I were to choose any of the companion wallets, it would be the 3 slot in the English tan. There you have it. That is the 2 slot, the 3 slot, and the 4 slot Urban Companion Wallet in nut brown, black, and English tan. That is going to do it for this video. If you found it helpful and you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that thumbs up button down below and subscribe to see more stuff like this in the future, and hit that notification bell so you're notified when I upload new videos. And if you want anything you saw in this video, I did link every single thing down below, be it a pencil or pen or anything else, the wallets themselves, it's all linked down below, and many of those, most of them are affiliate links. So if you purchase anything from those affiliate links, I get a little bit of a kickback, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. You can also purchase things from Carry Commission, or you can go to patreon.com/bestdamnedc. You can also follow us around the web, find us on Twitter and Instagram at bestdamnedc. You can find me, Taylor Martin, on Twitter and Instagram at CasperTech. And you can find this guy right here behind the camera, Javen Starnes, at Javen Starnes, pretty much everywhere. So with all of that said, and until next time, carry on. I'm here to basically show you what those options are, the different colors, and what fits in each of them. So with all of that said, let's take our shoes off in the middle of my intro.
Oh, I was gonna match this and say, let's do this. I was like, you paused, and I was like, why did he pause? Hopefully my females think that.
So with all of that said, let's do the damn thing.